Hello everyone, how you doing? Welcome to another video. This is the What's Up February video, sort of video log that I use to keep myself motivated on the things that I'm supposed to be working on, and also as a progress report of some sort for the people who support me through Patreon, patreon.com/psenough. They can have a little bit of a status of what they've been contributing to. So I haven't been doing these videos that much lately. January was completely hectic for multiple reasons. First, because I was moving a lot of furniture and dealing with bureaucracy, dealing with putting my old house up for rent. So I had to finish moving stuff and dealing with a lot of that things. So I was a bit more offline than usual. Then I was doing a lot of preparation work for lovebyte, doing the all organization effort. I was involved with the organizing team, but also doing some video editing, also trying to do some productions. That took a lot of time as well. I did a post about that on my Patreon about all of the things that I did for lovebyte. So check that if you have not. And it turned out pretty good, I think. So I'm happy with my contributions overall. But it was definitely kept me busy and stressing a little bit. I got too much on my plate, pretty much. I agreed to too much things, and I should have kept it a little bit more at the minimum. Another thing that I shouldn't have agreed to, but I ended up doing, was the meteoriks jury duty. And not that anything went bad with it, just that it was another thing that took a little bit of time from me on during January. For those unaware of meteoriks, it's the demoscene awards corresponding, going through all of the demoscene productions of the previous year and nominating some productions for the different categories that are listed on the meteoriks. I was a part of the best demo of the year jury, and I helped nominate some the list of demos there. The nominees have been presented at Mountain Bytes, so they're already available. I don't have a link to the video, but I'll probably add it on the description below. Well, now I have to add it. But yeah, it wasn't that much work, but it was one more thing on my to-do list. So yeah, it added to the stuff that I was doing. It's pretty much just talking about the different demos, going through a few things if I don't remember, having to watch them again and compare them to other demos. So it wasn't that hard, but it took a little bit of time out of my hands. Then the usual YouTube videos that I try to do, the minimums to keep the channel going, the year highlights that I wanted to do, summarizing 2023. I ended up not having as much time for it as I wish I had. Changed the format a little bit, spent a few days just preparing things, more than a few days. Got some help in the end by Mentortonic to do the visuals for it. Wasn't completely happy with the video, but I think it turned out okay. It does its job in terms of summarizing the year, and it has some interesting stats that I didn't have on the previous year. So in that regard, I think it was a worth doing video, but it did take like a couple of weeks of my time just to prepare it. Also had to do the January month report as well, which there weren't that many parties happening, but there were a lot of other stuff happening out of compo releases and things like that. That also took a little bit of my free time. And then my favorite procrastination technique lately has been to update demozoo, trying to get it up to pouet parity, like having all of the releases that are on pouet being available on demozoo. And still some work to do, but I've been slowly putting some work into that, and we've been slowly advancing some things on the demozoo front. Things that I will attack next for this month that have been pending because of focus on lovebyte and other stuff. Synergy 2024, it's the event that we're organizing, Associação Inércia and the LoadZX Museum. There was already a teaser video available. We need to start rolling out proper information about the event, get a website going, get some flyers to spam on social media and other events, invite some more people to show up, try to work on an invitation, probably for forever demo party, since the event is focused on the ZX Spectrum, and then try to close down as much as possible the events that we're gonna have during the the events that we're going to have during the event is not correct. There's another word for this. The activities that are going to happen during the event. That sounds a bit better. We're going to have some talks with some international guests. We're going to have some workshops, and I need to plan that with a few people, like introduction to programming for the ZX Spectrum, making music for the ZX Spectrum, making graphics for the ZX Spectrum, things like that. Then we're going to have also demoscene competitions as much as possible. Focus on the ZX Spectrum, obviously, because the party is dedicated to ZX Spectrum, and then having a wild showcase for anything else that might not be related to or fit these categories. So yeah, have to start working on that. Also, the Load ZX Museum people have been focusing on the GOTY Awards, the Game of the Year Awards that they do every year, which was just previous weekend. So now they're finally done with that. They probably need like a week to recover, but after that we're gonna start pushing out some more new content and trying to close down some things in that regard. That's one of the things that is high priority right now on my to-do list. The other thing is revision. I'm helping them with a live code situation again. I need to contact who is coming to do the shader showdown. Also trying to help out with the byte jams and VJing for the visuals if there are any requiring any shader coding stuff. I am the person who coordinates stuff, so I try to get people to be involved in that, or people in this time being programmers, shader programmers being involved in that thing. It's not that hard to do. I already have a list of everyone from previous events. I just need to ping everyone, ask them, you're coming to revision, what do you think about this? What do you think of using the new version of that writer did that allows you to read and write textures? And figure out and try to close down that as much as possible. I'm also going a bit earlier to revision this year, so I'm going to be helping out during the whole build-up week. I'm stressing. I got a good deal on through Booking.com on a place that I'm renting there, like a room that I'm renting there. And I'm stressing a bit that if it might not be too much of a good deal, because it felt like too good to be true. It was cheaper than usually is the whole weekend. I got it for the whole week. So I'm wondering if I'm not gonna arrive there on Tuesday night, the week before, and call the person and not have anyone giving me the room. So I'm panicking a little bit about that. Not panicking, but it's in the back of my head. It's annoying me, and I'm not sure how I can do to double check that it's already checked. I mean, it's already confirmed. I don't know what else I could do, but yeah, it's stressing me out a little bit that maybe I'll need to get like a hotel room that night when I arrive instead of just going to the place. Anyways, that's in the back of my head. So yeah, synergy, revision, those are the two main things that I'm working on right now. Then I have a creative writing deadline that needs to be done. I did this write-up 2-3 years ago maybe now for Winepunk. Winepunk is this compilation of Portuguese fiction publishing, focusing on this very specific time period. I think it's at the end of the First Republic, or it's a fictional spin-off in terms of time to what would happen at the end of that. And not only is it occurring in that specific period of time, it also has like this fiction thing where wine is a source of power. And the whole narrative is based around that. And they did this compilation called Winepunk. It's like solar punk or steampunk or cyberpunk, but about wine. So they did a compilation about that. I liked the contents. I managed to grab it. I don't know how anymore. I guess maybe my wife got a copy of by some reason. I read it and I liked it, and when I saw the call for the second edition, I decided to write something for that based on that world. So I did that, I submitted it, and then I heard nothing from them. And then a year went by and they don't even mention it on the website anymore, and I sent them an email asking what's up with this and they don't reply. So I in my head it was already like, maybe next year I'll self-publish this somewhere, or I'll rewrite it a little bit and for a specific thing. And I was planning to do something of my own with that already. And I got an email out of the blue that they are going ahead with it, and are even having like an international translation version of it, apparently, of some sort. And they liked my write-up, but they need me to change a few things that they think would improve the story. And of course, I was way too busy with all the demoscene things that I've been doing, so I didn't have time. I told them mid-February I might have time to do that, and it's already mid-February, so I need to start working on that. Reread the story, reread their comments, mail them back about it, seeing what compromise we can come in terms of editing, and just try to rewrite it as much as possible to make it the best possible that it can be. So yeah, that's the other important item on my to-do list. Then we have stuff for the enough records as usually. Thankfully, in a way, I didn't have that much new submissions lately. There was only one that was supposed to come out, and the artist had some health issues and ended up having to push the release date further. So I haven't been having to stress about enough records too much. But I do need to keep doing the monthly radio show. So that's like at least one day of the week that's going to be dedicated to that. Also, the remixes compilation needs to come out. The deadline has finished. We have quite a few good number of remixes. And the plan is to have them out around March. We haven't been stressing too much about that. I haven't had time. Zach, who is the person behind the project that was remixed, also hasn't been having that much time, so we've been taking it easy, and it's fine. It's going to be a good release, but it's probably only going to be out in March. So yeah, but I need to work on that as well. Reply a few people, let them know the status of things, all that kind of stuff. And then I need to write the transparency report, because every year I write a transparency report for enough records, giving account of all the numbers of stuff that we have, all the downloads, all the income that came in, all the money that I had to pay for stuff that comes out of enough records. I try to do that every single year, so there's an article I can point to people who ask about the transparency behind enough records, what money we make, what money we give out, and in terms of summary of the year, the things that we worked more towards. Did we achieve those objectives? Number of releases that we have, different number of nationalities that we have, those kind of small things, which is not that hard to put together. It's usually like a week of work. Most problem is the counting bit, but I have it pretty much streamlined by now. I already know the different places that I need to do, put everything into a spreadsheet, do some basic math, and I can pretty much figure it out. And taking some screenshots as well is important to include in the article. But should be easy to do. I just need like a day to dedicate myself to that. And since payments on root node happens 2 months after the actual month, so that's why I usually do the transparency report in February after the 15th. So yeah, I need to start working on that as well. And then, of course, we had the usual YouTube videos that I'm trying to do, like this video. The usual videos, February month report, need to start working on that. Already have all the links prepared, just need to finish up the visuals. I had asked Totetmat for a little help on that, and he already delivered something. So yeah, just finishing the touches, and I can do probably part 1. I'm going to divide it into 2 parts because there were a lot of releases at lovebyte. So yeah, maybe at the end of the week, I'll manage to record that video. And then I have a few videos pending about the year highlights of the ZX Spectrum, because I had prepared 3 articles for 3 different years for Spectrum Disc Mag, and I wanted to do a video of them, and I just haven't had time since December to do that. So that's still on my to-do list, and I want to do that. And I want to do one about fantasy consoles as well, because fantasy console has been quite ignored. Like, there were no fantasy console presents at all at the Meteoriks nominees. So so I want to do some sort of highlight to fantasy consoles to put some more attention into it, because there have been a lot of new things being released and it's still growing in terms of demo scene attention. A lot more intros have been released for it, a lot higher quality demos, which were not very common in fantasy console a couple of years ago. 2023 had a lot of very high quality fantasy console demos. So I want to give a little bit more highlight to that. I even considered doing like a whole awards thing for fantasy console, but I think a video will do for now. But we'll see how things evolve. But that's one thing that I have on my to-do list that I also want to attack sometime soon when I find the free time to do that, hopefully before revision. Let's see. So yeah, that's it. I'm looking at my list here of things, seeing if there's anything in particular that I'm missing. Some stuff for inertia as well that I have to prepare as well, set up some meetings and give response to some stuff, poke some people to meet the deadlines of bureaucracy shit. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I have to take care of some computer business as well. My UPS died, so I need to get a new one. And at the same time, my PCIe USB 3 card never seems to work. Like, you know, I got an extra card just for USB 3 slots of USB. And when I connect stuff there, it powers the things, but it doesn't seem to have a connection with the computer itself. And I tried reinstalling drivers, that didn't help. So I think I just want my money back. Maybe it's because it's Windows 11. Maybe it's this card in particular. Maybe there's something that's not plugged in. I also had another problem with this computer where the light controller wasn't working. So I think there might be something off with the USB bus being connected properly to the motherboard of some sort. I have to mail the guys, or just, I guess when I go there to buy the UPS, I can talk with them about it and see what they tell me. Because they're the hardware experts. I don't know anything about hardware. Well, I know how to connect it, but I don't follow hardware properly, regularly, usually, so they probably know more about that. If I tell them the problem, they might know what's wrong, and if they can't fix it, then I want my money back for that card, because it's a bit useless. I mean, I can power stuff there, but I don't want it just for power. I want it to, you know, connect, communicate with it. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching the video. Hope to do a few more videos soon, not be as sparse as it was during January. Hope you still enjoy the content on the channel. And as always, if you want to help support the channel to keep doing these kind of videos, patreon.com/psenough, where whatever you are willing to donate is very much welcome. €1, €2, €5, €10, whatever you are inclined. We also have an Amazon.com wish list if you want to donate some hardware or books or stuff that I'm looking for. There's a list down below as well that I'm gonna put there. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next video. Bye bye everybody. Have a great day.